I watched my first ever Superman anything ever. I guess I popped my Superman cherry. And I suppose you want me to talk about it and review it, but I did. I had to bring in some backup. Also, I am Mecha Random 42. It is your mission. It is your job. Only you can get me to 100,000 subs this year. It is your mission if you choose to accept it too. Hit the share button, hit the subscribe button if you feel I deserve it, if you feel I've entertained you at the very least, if you feel like, even if I'm ripping on Superman, I'm not really ripping on Superman. I know that you guys are gonna like this show. I know you guys are gonna like this show. It is your mission to help fight the evildoers at YouTube who do nothing but squash and suppress independent content creators in favor of their pre-approved corporate shill channels and commercially acceptable big networks, big huge networks, people like Jimmy Fallon's and the Jimmy Kimmels and the Trevor Noahs. And if I say Trevor Noah a few times, I might trigger somebody who is the anti-Trevor Noah, who sometimes appears on this channel. Trevor Noah, Trevor Noah, Trevor Noah, Trevor Noah.
Somebody.
Hi, who are you? Why
I'm
are
sorry.
you here?
Did you just say Trevor Noah 3 times? Because every time somebody does that, I get sick.
Yes.
Okay, don't do that anymore. Hi, I'm Rob Robot Shlomo, and I'm on Midnight's Edge After Dark, my own channel, Robot Shlomo, and this channel occasionally. And I'm here because she's never watched anything with Super Dude in it.
No, I'm gonna make you bigger.
And
too. You're just a giant head now.
I'm the giant head now. Like in Third Rock from the Sun.
I'm trying to figure out, do I want you bigger or smaller? Because I'm gonna add pictures probably after.
Phrasing, bigger or smaller phrasing.
That's just your face on screen.
Okay. Well, anyway, we watched that Superman and Lois show, and I liked it. I thought it was pretty good for a CW show. I thought it was pretty good. Superman stuff was good. Teen drama stuff was so-so. But I do have some fears about it though.
And Matt Decker, thank you so much for the super chat. To the pain. To the pain.
To the pain.
Oh, man. Thank you so much.
But I do, even though I liked it, I do have some fears about it, though, because...
CW. It's going to be teenagers and feelings in hallways.
Yeah.
That's why they're setting it up, I think.
And it might very well just be like Smallville, The Next Generation. Because... you know what? There's this whole plot about them living in Metropolis.
This will have spoilers, so 100% full spoilers.
Well, first thing they do is they set it up brilliantly by saying, okay, Superman, planet, go boom. Rocket ship,
quick.
baby.
I'll give him that. Yeah, they give you the backstory of this. Is like, I am somebody who I've seen clips and footage and little bits. I've never actually sat down and watched from beginning to end a Superman thing in its entirety. I've just seen a little here, a little there, a scene this, or a half of a movie there, or 10 minutes. So that's what I'm talking about with popping the Superman cherry.
So
they got over it really, really quickly with his backstory, which you guys already know, and it didn't feel like it was dragging forever. It felt like a TV pilot, like it was pretty well paced in the beginning.
Yes, for me, we cut to the chase immediately. He's living with Lois. They're happily married in Metropolis. They have 2 teenage boys. I'm not sure are they twins or are they a year apart?
I think they're twins. I think they're supposed to be twins.
Yeah.
So they both still work at the Daily Planet.
Yeah.
Until
there's a buyout at the Daily Planet and Lois gets fired.
Well, here's what's interesting though. Here's what's really interesting. She took a shot at mainstream media by saying that we only get to report what they want us to manipulate the readers. Basically, and I'm surprised they got away with that. I was impressed that they were allowed to say that line. That they basically admitted that the mainstream media was kind of bullshit.
Yeah, that was actually a good line. So anyway, then turns out Clark Kent's mother's not Miss Ma Kent's not in very good health, and she has a stroke and dies. Sadly, it's a very, very kind of touching scene. Clark, and it kind of recalls the whole thing of in the first movie. He can't save everybody. He sometimes, like I said, he's Superman, but he can't save everybody. It's just just the sad reality of it. So they go back to Smallville to tie up some family business, and turns out there is a nuclear power plant that is ready to go boom. But it is like the second nuclear power plant on that episode, and somebody's deliberately doing it. It turns out it's a guy who looks like Master Chief from Halo. So, we don't know who it is. He's got a lead-lined suit. Superman can't see through it. Yeah, we don't know who it is. But there is this whole subplot about how having to grow up with the kids and kids feeling alienated as it is right now because they're teenagers.
You got the one son who's like super good at sports, is like a normal good kid. He's, a star quarterback as a freshman, so they're questioning, does he have abilities? Then they got the other kid who's on all kinds of medication. He's got night terrors. He's a total nut job. He's troubled. He's got
teenager.
Troubles. Yeah, he's really a movie teenager. And he's the one who says basically, hey, Dad, you're not spending any time with us. What the crap? You're lying to me about not being here for whatever. And he's it's like I'm kind of trying to kind of be really super critic mode on this one. Are they trying to set up the fact that Superman's a bad dad, or unfailing, or are they just kind of, is this just because I'm trying to overly evaluate this now?
He's a good dad, but he's not always there. He wants to be a good dad, but he's not always there because he's Superman. You have an asteroid heading towards the Earth. I mean, what are you going to do? You kind
of, since you're the only one who can actually save. The needs of the many outweigh the needs of the few, which I kind of get. But he hasn't told the kids he's Superman at this point, and so they don't know.
Yeah, because he doesn't want to burden them with that knowledge. The teenagers, they already feel like freaks, and so, imagine if they're half alien, they feel even more like freaks. The whole scene with the barn collapsing on the kids, and it turns out it's not the one who you think saved them. But that's not so later.
They were just kind of, they were screwing around trying to impress some chick during their mom's funeral or their grandmother's funeral. And they end up going through the barn where they're not supposed to go because there's all kinds of dangerous stuff that'll kill them. And so lo and behold, a whole bunch of giant metal beams fall on them, and they get out without a scratch, and one protects the other, and you're spoiling it. You don't want to get to the spoiler yet until they do it at the end.
Later on, they go back into the barn and they find the spaceship that brought Kal-El to Earth. And there's this big blow up, and you've been hiding from me. As well, your dad's Superman. He goes, come on, my dad's not Superman. And he lifts the truck. So, which I thought was cool. I thought that scene was cool.
Well, they're actually showing him being Superman, I think.
Which is good.
I wish it was more lit like the old movies, though, because I don't like a lot of this modern day super sappy, heavy drama, very darkly lit. Because I guess they're trying to match the tone of the modern day ones, right? A little bit.
Yeah.
I don't like that. It's not. You're making everything seem so depressing and so dark. And it's so heavy.
It's almost sepia tone, really. It really is. It's almost shot like through a sepia tone filter. A lot of brown, a lot of gold filters and stuff. And there's actually.
Well, okay, this was like more of an issue for me than I think you. Every time they would kind of stop, everything like, and everything's super heavy dramatic. Somebody's getting fired or somebody's dying, and it's like slow string music and these really slow motion camera shots over and over and over again. And I didn't like that so much. I wasn't really like, that was kind of making me lose interest or roll my eyes a little, like, oh my God. But then again, that might be my taste. I think that's just my taste because I like really ridiculous things.
Yeah. I did like this scene at the very beginning where they show him in the Max Fleischer outfit from the old like cartoon serials back in the 30s and 40s. He saves a kid, and he's got the Chrysler PT Cruiser, and the kid says to him, "Nice costume," and he just smiles at him. "Thanks, my mom made it for me." Like that's a very Superman thing, very kind of wholesome kind of thing. But that was actually a nice touch. I like that. I like that a lot.
Well, thank you so much, BC Eagle Dub. Thank you so much. I just wanted to support the channel. Mecha Random, how are you doing? I'm doing okay. We're just talking about the Superman. So thank you. I really appreciate it. There's
a party. The kids go to a party, and the girl who is at the funeral, who is Lana Lang's daughter,
She's a little
is
goth. She's a moody, gothy girl on
is a
medication.
typical teenager.
And,
Yeah, typical teenager. And like I said, think back to how you were when you were a teenager. I think back to how
I was playing guitar. I look exactly the same, only my hair was more naturally auburn.
I had more hair. I looked like I tried.
Look exactly. I look exactly the same as I did that? What do you guys think? I think I look exactly the same, except I don't have that LTD anymore.
Yeah.
No, that's an Ibanez. That was an Ibanez.
I don't have a lot of pictures from back then. So I mean, I look like Glenn Tilbrook from Squeeze when I had more hair.
Oh, Melissa Lord, thank you so much. The OG costume was great. His mom made it.
Yeah,
Melissa Lord likes
that was like I said. That was nice. That was very nice. I like that.
They have this long like, oh, I just wanted to connect with you, and she ends up giving the mopey kid her cell phone number instead of like the good quarterback, like, because the mopey kid's like another goth emo kid, and she's like, I thought you would be fun to hang out with because you seem like you're also screwed up.
Yeah.
So they're talking, and then he plants a kiss on her. Out of the blue, thinking, because she's totally leading him on. She doesn't mention she has a boyfriend. She doesn't mention anything. She is totally 1,000. Like, why would she give him the phone number? Why would she want to talk to him in private, him alone? Why is she giving him the flirty eyes and the... So she totally leads him on, and then her boyfriend sees it and punches the dude out. Not just her
boyfriend, interracial boyfriend.
Yes, giant interracial boyfriend that looks like about a 30-year-old guy.
Yep.
Twice the size of these super boys.
The kid... So Superboy, his name is Jordan, but Superboy he's getting his ass kicked, and all of a sudden he shoots some laser beams out of his eyes, and there's an explosion, and everybody knows what they're doing. The fire department comes. Oh my God, what happened? Lana Lang's husband, who's a fireman. Oh, it turns out it was a methane pocket. They kind of come to grips with, they're starting to come to grips with who they are by the end of the episode, and they arrive at the decision because when the last thing that Clark's mom said, Ma Kent said to Clark was, Clark, come home. And he thinks it's because she wanted him to save the farm. Because as it turned out, Ma Kent had taken out a reverse mortgage because a lot of people needed money, and she would help everybody in the community because Smallville had fallen on hard times. There's a lot of unemployment. There's a lot of houses for sale. The jobs haven't bounced back. As a lot of communities of that size are struggling all around America. They actually got that right, but they don't talk down to about it. Mm-hmm. And it turns out that Morgan Edge, the company that bought the Daily Planet, is coming in to convert an old coal mine into a renewable energy plant. But it's a front, it's a cover for something. We're not sure. And by the end of the episode, we learned that the bank that wrote Ma Kent's mortgage was also bought by this company, Morgan Edge. Again, we don't know, which I think is a front for Lex Luthor. I think that's my own thing, but who knows? And by the end, should we give away the surprise? Well, sure. We've given away everything.
Yeah, we already. Yeah, I mean, you guys already watched it and probably already liked it. So
the man in the Master Chief suit is Captain Luthor. So that's where they're going with that. Overall, I did like it. I thought it was a good start, but at the same time, it's the CW. Are we being bait and switched here?
Well, they did fire the woke writer. I did a video on that, and I'm like, oh, they fired this writer who was like wokier than thou, and
she was too woke for the CW. How is that possible?
I think there was really just probably based on what I'm seeing in this first episode, there was probably some people who wanted to throw in some social commentary in some subtext, like, about the mainstream media or about these companies going around trying to buy up farmlands and destroy a lot of small towns and small businesses. I think that she didn't like that and was probably just being too much of a pain in the ass. And didn't, and was just trying to blame misogyny and racism and shit when there was real shit going on in the world to talk about other than, these bullshit things. And they probably said, you know what? If you're just going to be pissing and moaning about misogyny and racism and what was that feminism test thing that she was bringing in?
The Bechdel test?
Yeah. As I know, it's like the Belcher whatever.
That was a joke. It wasn't meant to be taken seriously.
Yeah, she was bringing that in. This writer was bringing that in as a way to test the female characters, and I'm like, I thought that the mothers, I thought that the mom, like Lois Lane, is pretty much fine,
Yeah.
She seems like just a regular, working businesswoman who has a family and a husband, and she doesn't seem like she's talking down to him. She doesn't seem like any of these and maybe that was it. Maybe she wasn't talking down to him enough.
Yeah. The Lois Lane reminded me an awful lot of Courtney Cox. I don't know why.
I kept thinking like her. She looks so much like her.
I kept thinking, I was like, hey, Courtney Cox is like, no, that's not Courtney Cox. For me, it's off to a strong start. You didn't like it. For me, it's off to a strong start.
Just because I'm not into the genre, I think, and the heavy drama of it. I prefer more levity, but I can see. Here's the thing: I can see why people like it. As a critic, I can see that these are the characters the way I think people have, like how they're expected to be. I don't see any. Superman seems like a great big dumb Boy Scout sort of nice guy type.
Well, yeah. That's the joke. Yeah, that's not the joke. That's the point of the character.
Well,
he's the everyman.
He's a 1950s Boy Scout sort of nice guy character.
And they don't apologize for that. That's what's good. They don't say, oh, we have to change Superman. Like, no, they keep him as this nice wholesome character. He would walk into a bar, he'd order a glass of milk. Which is good. But my thing is like, okay, you know what? If this gets about 2 or 3 seasons, what happens when Michael B. Jordan is Superman, and people prefer this over him?
I think they're going to.
So, like I said, I'm going to give this about 3.5 Chewbacca's because it's off to a strong start. I want to see more, but I'm a little bit leery. I'm like where this goes. So it gets 3.5 out of 6 Chewbacca's.
And I think for me, I'd probably give it, I don't know, I'm going to go right in the middle, like a 5. I wasn't entertained by it, but I didn't hate it. I can see why you guys like it, but I know that is my personal taste. I can see why people like it. I might give it another shot to see if I really get hooked on it and to see where it goes, because there's nothing else to watch other than Batwoman. But
so yeah, this is better. So no, this is better than average. This is better than average for the CW.
I think it's not as bad as Batwoman. No, but Batwoman's like entertaining on a different level. No. I'm almost having more fun with Batwoman because I feel bad if I mock this, if I mock Superman, because it's like genuinely trying and it's genuinely giving people what they kind of want, I think. But
their heart is definitely in the right place. With Batwoman, like they have no clue what they're doing.
No, and Batwoman is so much easier to just rip a new one. That's why I liked it. I just like riffing it. I like pretending Batwoman is like I'm watching Red Zone Cuba or something, and I can just rip it a new one just to make it feel bad. Anywho, thank you guys so much for watching this clip. We are just gonna go back to the live chat, and I'm gonna stop recording. Don't you guys go anywhere.
Bye.
Thanks for watching. If you liked it, make sure to hit that like button, and if you want to see more, don't forget to subscribe. See you in the next video. Bye.
For the best cat litter when kitty poops, go out and get duty scoops.